guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Finally, we are here. Anyways, so I don't want to make this video just because of the intro, because there are so many things that I have to talk in this video, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm in 10th grade now, so I thought that I would be able to post, but then again I got all into all the study shit and everything, and so I'm kind of putting priority to that more than YouTube nowadays. But I still miss it so much that I cannot leave it. It's just I cannot leave YouTube, so I post, but I know it takes a lot of time to go back to the track which you leave a long time ago. And I know from like last 1 year I have posted like 10 videos, I think, one video 1 month per month, and that's very bad. So today I thought of making a video related to my notes taking and all, because I think that I have worked a lot on that point and I want you guys to know. And to those who don't want to spend their precious time into putting efforts into their notes, you guys can leave. This video is not for you. But in case you want a justification that
what is the need to make the flowers in your notes? It's just so
disappointed.
I just have one answer for you, that you are, all of you, I mean everyone who says like this are those type of person who will spend their 10 minutes extra while scrolling anything on their phone, but they cannot put 20 minutes extra into their notes, and that's just
Disappointed again.
sometimes I get that it's pretty exaggerated. Like, why will you underline everything with a yellow marker or a blue marker? It's just so unnecessary. But at times I feel like that, bro, this is 10th, it's going to be the last year when I'll get time to even do all these things. So I should take the opportunity and put efforts into my notes and my copies. Like, even the teacher should feel like, yeah, this student is doing something good. So before going into the whole process thing, I will talk about the main equipments that I use. The first thing is going to be my brush pens. That's like the top tier thing, very important for me. Then I have my pencil colors, and then I have my sticky notes and crayons, and of course I have like a thing that I cannot make notes with my book. I feel like in book there are everything that is put together, so it takes a long time to find the right thing to make notes. And when I'm flipping the pages, I feel like, oh, this is important, this is important, this is important, and my page ends up looking something like this, and it's kind of horrible. How am I going to make notes of all that? Of course, right? So that's why I use websites that already give you notes, but I don't use a specific website. Sometimes I do when I'm in hurry, but generally I switch. Like, sometimes I feel like this point is better in that website, so I use from that, and then I keep switching. Generally, if I'm making detailed notes like of history or any subject like science, then it takes me 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours sometimes. Like, it depends on the chapter. If it's like a very big chapter, then of course it will take time. Like, in the 4 hours, the 3 hours for writing the stuffs, and not like in the one sitting I make the notes. It's like in 1 hour I'll write things for 40 minutes, and then 10 minutes I'll just chill, and in 10 minutes I'll decorate the stuff. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes to decorate the stuff if I'm very crazy. So I just didn't wanted to tell you that I do this, I do that. I also wanted to give you like a tutorial on how I do it in my copies. So let's begin with how I do the title writing or the heading writing, and how I use my brush pens. This is just simple calligraphy. While doing the upstroke, you have to make your stroke thin, and while the downstroke, it should be thicker. It's a very important part of my notes taking process, because I believe that when you write bold headings, then it's very, very easier for you to understand what you are what you're writing about. And while revising, you'll feel very less burdened by all the text, as the heading will be highlighted so much that you'll feel like, yeah. And there is one more thing, that you don't have to be perfect in it. Like as you saw that I did like a little bit mess up in the P's line, but I corrected it afterwards, and it's kind of simple to correct. It's not like a life and death situation. You just have to focus on the fact that how you are taking your notes. These are just secondary factors, to be honest, and you'll learn after you try it. It's not that now you'll say, Divyanshi, we just can't do it because we have never tried it. That's why you are supposed to try the brush pens. Okay, so now to make things even more better, I'm going to give you a trick. It's not like a trick, it's the thing that I do. And this video is not just for notes. Being honest, I'm just like telling you these things that you can use even if you're doing normal calligraphy. Yeah, and this one is like adding shadows to your letters, which makes them look very vibrant, and it just looks very attractive. So also there is one more thing that we have to do, is to add small little drawings. These small doodles are like the salt to your food, which brings everything up together. Oh my god, I'm so bad at doing voiceovers, but I hope that you guys can still get what I'm saying. Okay, I get what you are thinking. Some of you, very few of you must be thinking, Divyanshi, what do we do if we don't like brush pens? Guys, there is a thing that you can do. You just can use simple sketch pens, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna show you that you can rock your notes with anything you have. And these are just like simple pens from Faber-Castell or what, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm writing the same thing, happiness, but like this one is small. You can write it in bold letters, of course, if you want. And I used a blue pen to make the boundary of it, and I did it like a cloud, like a small cloud. And after that, I'm going to use my crayons or my pencil colors so that you guys can see that I use both of them too in my notes. These are like the pencil colors are like the soul of my notes, to be honest. And so I'm using a green one right now here, and I'll also use crayons in this same one so that I can show you a big difference of crayons and pencil colors. Like if you don't have pencil color, then you can use crayon, but there is a big defect with crayon, and I'm going to tell you that later, like in just 2 seconds. And this looks pretty good till now, right? But like here I did a scratch with that pencil color, and then shading with this crayons. Then I used a black marker, and on pencil color it stays, but on crayon it doesn't, and that's why pencil color wins. In this diversified world, we have people who don't like using color in their notes. That's why here is the thing, we can do the same thing with a black marker also. And here I'm writing heaven. I don't know why, but I am, because I'm bored of writing happiness again and again. And I used a grey brush pen from a different brand, and I just used the same process that I told you. Okay, so for the third thing that I'm going to tell you, and I'm most excited about this one, because in this there are so many times that I have messed up doing the entire thing with my brush pen, and I'm going to tell you a life savior thing, is that to draw leaves around whatever line that you have drawn, which is the messed up part. And I know this doesn't look like a very good thing, but at least it's better than how it was, and something is better than nothing, right? So yeah. There is no such thing like bad color combination. Like here, brown and blue was really bad, so I used another shade of blue to make it, a bit better. And while making notes, you just don't have to think about all this. You just have to go forward and do whatever you want that makes you feel like, yeah bro, this looks good. I feel like if I'm explaining something to someone, I should do it, from A to Z, not just directly from, Z.
'Why does she have to be so extra, guys?
most important thing that you should remember while you're making your notes is that there is no point of creating things. Like, you can just go beyond the thinking also. Sometimes you can create stick figures or like maps even in your notebook. Like, I do that. I make the map of India, and even though you'll feel like this is so unnecessary, but that helps me a lot because I remember everything that I draw. So it's that maybe after a while I'll be able to make the India's map perfectly without getting seeing a reference. Like, if you're putting your time into calligraphy also, it will not go in waste. Of course, you learn something. You're learning something by doing that also. So the equipments, two main equipments that I always use for writing my notes is the black pen and the blue pen for writing the information. But for doing all the decoration and stuff, I have already told you that the brush pens, the crayons, pencil colors and all. So here, the first step is my heading. My heading is the most important thing about my notes because I just put my 100% creativity into it. And here it was looking all good until and unless I realized that, the pink is kind of smudged. That's why I decided to use an orange pen. At first I was kind of worried that, oh my god, what I'm going to do now. But yeah, this is how the process is, and it happens with me a lot of times where I mess up the first process, so I fix it after some time. And here everything looks good. I did a little doodle, I wrote the topics number, and then I took a blue sticky note, and then I just wrote some information in it, like the highlighted information, and I pasted it. After that, the third thing that I do is write introduction. For the introduction, basically describing the topic in little words, and then I wrote the entire thing, like the procedure, in points. Generally in history I do this. I write everything in points so that I am able to remember whatever I have written. Okay. Also, to mention, I write my important words, like the keywords, with a different color pen so that it looks way highlighted, and when I'm reading it, I'm able to remember those words that I have to write in my exam paper or like anywhere that I have to use them. And then for my most favorite process, I highlight everything with yellow marker, orange marker, or any color that's very bright. Like here I used pink to highlight the important sentences, and the yellow is just for showing that this is the introduction part. Since it's my channel, I will never let you be disappointed. Maybe some of you might be thinking that I don't like using sticky notes or they are not that convenient for me. Then I have a trick for you. You can just make important boxes and you can be very creative with it. There are a lot of things available on Pinterest also. From there you can take reference, but this is something that I created by my own. I just did like a border thing with leaves, and then I wrote the thing that I wanted to highlight, and this is how it looked. I think I was pretty impressed with it.